Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and explain the triangle project. So the first step for the project is you're going to show all work organized by triangle letter on the work pages given. There are 2 problems per triangle. Show the work for solving both problems. So let's go ahead and look at the triangle pieces. So for example, you want to go in alpha order. And so if you look here for A, you've got negative 2x minus 3 equals negative 13. So what you would do is you'd go to your work page and you'd write that negative 2x minus 3 equals negative 13. So you would show the work for solving that, and then you'd box or circle your final answer for what x equals. So remember, these are 2-step equations, so you should be showing both steps, okay? And then you'd go back to piece A, and there's a second equation here. There's 4x minus 12 equals negative 32. So 4x minus 12 equals negative 32. So you're going to show the work for that, both steps. Remember, it's a 2-step equation, so there's 2 steps. And then you're going to box or circle your final answer for what x equals. Okay? So you're going to show the work for each triangle piece. Okay? Now, some of the triangles, for example, if you look at triangle C, this has an expression. And so we don't solve expressions, we simplify them using PEMDAS. And so we funnel down to our final answer using order of operations. So for example, this is read square root of 4 minus 12 divided by 3 times 6. Okay, so we're going to simplify the expressions using PEMDAS, and we're going to solve the equations. Okay, so you're probably wondering, why are we doing this? Well, we're going to be doing 2-step inequalities here soon, and so this is a good review of how to solve equations before we go into solving inequalities. Okay, so you've got to fill out both these work pages. So let's go back to the project directions. Okay, once you've shown all the work, you're going to cut out the puzzle pieces, and you're going to place the puzzle pieces into the large triangle so that the problems share a side with their solution. So if you go back and look at the pieces, we look at piece A, we solve these 2 equations, but there's this solution here, negative 22, so that matches to either an expression or an equation on another piece. So you're going to want the sides to touch. So whatever expression or equation equals negative 22, it's going to touch this side of the triangle. So if you look here, you're going to arrange the triangles so that, for example, the equation matches its solution. So I'll give you an example. So say you had an equation that was x plus 2 equals 8. So we know 6 plus 2 equals 8. So we know the answer is 6. So you would match that equation with its solution. Now, this is not an example in the project. I just made that up so that you would understand. So there's actually 3 different ways that you can correctly arrange the pieces. So keep that in mind, okay? So once you're confident with your layout, glue the pieces into the puzzle, okay? And then you're going to want to be creative and color the triangle pieces with colored pencil. So you want to color the actual triangle pieces however you want. You can do a design, you can do a solid color. Okay? So let's take a look at the rubric so you understand how you are graded. Use this rubric as a checklist, but do not fill it out for yourself. Each equation is solved correctly, so that's 18 points. Work is shown for all equations and is shown neatly. Okay, and remember, it says equations, but there's also expressions. So your work page is worth 18 points. So if you have all the correct answers, but you have no work, you're going to get minus 18 points. The triangle is completed, meaning that you matched up either the expressions or the equations with their proper solutions. And remember, there's 3 different ways to do it. That's 10 points. And then if you colored the pieces, that's worth 4 points for a total of 50 points. Okay? I will provide the colored pencils and the glue and the scissors. Okay? So don't worry about that. And you can also use them during learning seminar. Again, just a reminder, you got to show work on these work pages. This is to be turned in with the project. And then you'll cut out these pieces and you'll figure out which equations match with their solutions. A little hint is that the ones on the outside here may not have matches. So as you're working through, even though you're getting to the answer, it might not have a match. So it might be an outside piece. So again, the expressions or the equations on the outside may not have a match on a piece. Okay? All right, good luck with the project. Thanks for tuning in.